Richard, Richard.
All right. How long have you been HIV positive?
17 years.
What was your diagnosis date?
October the 30th, 2000. Because a lot of people still think they can look at somebody and tell what HIV look like. There's no way in the world you can tell that I have HIV. No way. I fooled myself. You know, so I'm everywhere. I'm anywhere someone would allow me to come into, whether it's churches. I go to your home, you know, from South Memphis, low, you know, income-based housing, area full of poverty. They didn't identify things as HIV or human. It was the package. Now, had she said that I had the package, I probably would have fell out right then. I wasn't losing weight because I've always been a full-figure girl. My skin wasn't changing. I didn't have lesions or sores or all the stuff that I had seen from movies like Philadelphia. I thought that was my destiny. I thought that's where I was going to end up. That's the destination for me, right? So 6 months in, I'm like, okay, I'm living. So let me figure this stuff out, and let me figure it out quickly. And all while I'm trying to figure it out, I'm also trying to keep up with my own appointments. Malachi had to be tested as well, you know, because he had been exposed to the disease. So I said 6 months in, I became curious. I became curious, and I decided that whatever it was, if I died the next day, I was going to die knowing a little bit more than I did the day before. So AIDS is just really a medical diagnosis. It's a word that physicians use now. What AIDS mean? AIDS means a person that's HIV infected has a low CD4 count accompanied by opportunistic infections such as something as simple as thrush or thrush. I don't know which one. I'm country, so I say thrush.
Thrush.
Thrush in the mouth, or shingles, or pneumonia. Certain types of cancer is caused or induced by low CD4 counts and high viral loads. So for me, what happened was my CD4 fell below 200. And I was in the midst of doing my renewal ceremony with my husband, and I broke out. And I was just thinking it was from stress. I gained weight, you know, couldn't get in a dress. I'm freaking out. And I'm covered head to toe with little red bumps. And when I went to the doctor, they said it was shingles. So for them, there was the opportunistic infection. Plus with my CD4 count being extremely low, I received the AIDS diagnosis. And that's when it was discussed between me and my physician that treatment, it's time to start treatment. So I started a 3-pill-a-day regimen at that time. And of course, after a month or two, my viral load was suppressed or undetectable, which means the test that man created is that minimal of virus in the blood, so the test couldn't really pick it up. Doesn't mean I'm cured, just mean it couldn't pick it up, right? And my my CD4 count increased. So today I sit before you as a woman. My CD4 count is 972. I have less than 20 copies of HIV, which they medically define it as a person undetectable. So you would be, oh, she can go back to the HIV status. But no. Once you receive that medical diagnosis of a person living with AIDS, you'll always kind of wear that tag. But your numbers can always reflect differently. You know, back then in the early 80s, late 80s, early 90s, when you receive the AIDS diagnosis, it meant we're getting close to the end. It doesn't look like that anymore.
I heard that you had a husband, is that correct?
I do.
Tell me about him.
My husband, Rick. Rick is phenomenal. My husband is HIV negative. We've been together. We've been married for 15 years now. A phenomenal man. And this is the strange thing. We were just talking somewhere at another organization. He came along a time when I really didn't feel that I was deserving of his love. And I didn't really understand why he wanted to love me. Who wants to love a girl with AIDS? What's wrong with you? You know, what you got? You know, but he's phenomenal. He is. And I have to remember, because of course, when I received the diagnosis, the first thing I did was pray. That's what you do. When something bad happened, you can't beat the church getting to God, you know. And I remember asking God specifically for a man just like him. Now, this is the thing. He wasn't to my liking at first, because he's kind of bright-skinned and real light, super light. And I'm like, That ain't my type.
High yellow?
High yellow. Yes, that's the pro. High yellow. Noon yellow. You know what I'm saying? But he's everything that I asked God for. He's a protector. He's a provider. Rick was patient. I never met anybody like him. I never met anybody like him. He's one that accepted me, my flaws, all of my children. He was just, you know, heaven sent. And I think sometimes people think that's cliche. But I know now, you know, if you ask God for something, he'll provide it. And he provided me with exactly what I needed. 15 years, he's never said a mean word. He's never walked away from me. He's my #1 cheerleader, my #1 support. And I can even say he's taken a lot of backlash. Because, you know, he married a girl with AIDS. And he's not ashamed to tell people, oh, my wife has AIDS. And I love her to death. So, I figured, I say this. It's two types of people in the world. It's people that don't know and people that don't want to know. I think at this point, they just don't want to know, you know. We've come so far in this epidemic to, you know, that you can't get it from hugging me or sitting by me or sharing your dinner, you know, utensils with me. We know. It's just at this point they don't want to know. They just want to be blind to the fact and to the situation. I am who I am, you know. At the end, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm an aunt, I'm a grandmother. You know, I live the same life that a person that's HIV negative. HIV and AIDS is probably one of the only diseases that's heavily stigmatized. I tell you I have HIV, you say, how do you get it? But if somebody was to sit before you and said they had lung cancer, no questions were asked. You embrace. Well, the same embrace and the compassion and the love that you give someone that's living with cancer, that's the same love and compassion that I expect being a woman that's living with AIDS. So I utilize my voice. I utilize my life, my whole being I'm just in your face. Like, AIDS is here. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. You can't hush me. You can't hide me. You can't separate me nor divide me. You're going to love me. You're going to respect me. Or, you know, it is what it is. So I'm in every church. I'm on every radio. I'm on every TV. As my friends say, I'm Googleable. I am who I am, you know. At the end, I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm an aunt. I'm a grandmother. You know, I live the same life that a person that's HIV negative. Not here. But that's what I do. I get them. I link them to care. It's like, how can I call myself? What do I call myself? I'm like their new best friend. For some, I'm a mother figure. For some, I'm the sister, the aunt. You know, of course, it's devastating news. We need to cry, let's cry. But we're not going to cry too long. We got to get up and figure this out. I'm the one that helped them along. I promote hope. I sell life. That's what I do.